Hey, thanks for clicking this video. I really appreciate it. On this episode of Mammoth Money Monday, I'm going to go over the top 5 things that you should avoid before you start investing in 2025. I know a lot of people want to fix their finances, New Year's resolutions, all those good things. A lot of people want to get into investing, and I love that. I want everybody to grow well for themselves and their family, but I don't want you to lose money from yourself or your family. So please watch this video, take note of these 5 things, try to incorporate them into your strategy before you start investing in 2025. Thanks for watching.
Doing numbers like I'm MJ and Dash Jackson and Jordan. Boy, I'm killing y'all boring. Time to give the world what they really need. That's the HOMIE.
Good afternoon, tribe. My name is Darius Lester, and this is Mammoth Money Mindset. And Happy New Year. With it being the new year for 2025, there's a lot of people who have decided they want to improve themselves. Maybe they want to improve their bank accounts. So maybe they want to start investing. So I'm making this video to show the 5 things you should avoid before you start investing. Thanks for watching. Let's just get right to it. All right. So made a fancy little slideshow for y'all. Mindset before investing in 2025. Avoid these 5 things. There's Lester, man, mindset. You got it. All right. Thing number 1, don't invest to make money. Invest to grow money. The reason I felt like this needed to be put on here is because if you're getting into the stock market to make money, you're gonna lose your money. It's kind of similar to gambling, I guess. Because what's going to happen is if you're putting money in there so that you can make money, so that you can go spend it on shoes, spend it on bills, spend it on lifestyle, you're not going to achieve long-term wealth. But if you're investing your money with the purpose of growing your money, that means you're putting money in there and you have no intention of taking that money out. Sounds crazy, but yes, you're going to put money into the market and have no intention of taking it out because it's not there to make money for you. It's there to grow your money. You're going to keep giving to it and let it grow over time. And then you'll have a large account, at some point, which should alleviate your retirement expenses. Then you can start withdrawing from it to take care of your life. Maybe you want to take the money out to make an even bigger investment. I'm fine with things like that. But the main thing that you need to go ahead and get in your mind is you're not going to put money into the stock market to make money to go spend on things. You're putting money into the stock market for it to grow for your future. So the money you put in there, you should already be expecting to leave it in 5, 10, 15, 20, 35 years with the intention of growing it over time. That's how you make generational wealth. That's how you can retire comfortably without having to worry about Social Security, which may not even be here, or other things. So you got it. Number 2, avoid investing without a plan or patience. All right. So the reason I threw this on here is because before you start investing, you should think of a plan. Why are you investing in a stock? What is your target price to enter that stock? How long do you plan on holding the asset? If you listen to the first thing, you should be planning on holding the asset forever, especially if it's a good one. What percentage gain is enough to sell? What percentage loss is enough to sell? So those ones get more into maybe if you get into a trading lane, or if you invested in a stock that wasn't a high quality stock, right? Maybe something that wasn't on a part of the S&P 500 or not one of the top 10, top 20 stocks. You try doing penny stocks and now your account is drawing down. At what point are you comfortable with saying, all right, I lost 15%, I lost 25%, I lost 30% of the money I had in this stock. Let me go ahead and sell it because it's not worth it for me to potentially lose all of it. And then on the other side, if you're gaining money, I've made 100%, I've made 200% in this, stock. It's done me well. I'm going to take my profits and go put into this other stock because it looks like it's doing even better. So have a plan and have patience. Patience is necessary for all these things because as you pick a target price, you're going to see a whole bunch of prices that are close to that price, but you need to have the patience. You picked your target price for a reason. Wait it out until that price arrives and then purchase. You make all your money buying the stock not selling the stock, right? So you want to have a good entry level, not really be worried about where it's going, because as long as you entered at a good level, you should be good. Alrighty. Avoid options and penny stocks. Again, this is for people who are, starting off their investment journey, trying to get their feet wet in the stock market. Avoid penny stocks, because I get it. I get the rationale. A lot of people who go ahead and make their investment account, they don't really look up much. They don't do much. They just know, hey, I can go here. I can jump on Robinhood. I can make an account. Okay. Ooh, Apple looks like it costs, 100, $200. I can't afford that. CXYT investments hair care costs, 50 cents. Ooh, I'll just buy, 50 of these. And then if they ever blow up, I have hundreds of dollars off of, $25. I get that rationale, but it's wrong. You need to go ahead and honestly, there's no reason, because they have marginal investing. Marginal investing is, even if, the Amazon stock, I think they split a while ago, but even if they were at $1,000, you can buy a portion of one share of Amazon. So if you only got $100, you can just buy 1/10 of the Amazon stock. And as that, it's all about percentages, so it really doesn't matter. If Amazon goes up, if Amazon doubles to 2,000, your 100 turns to $200. You're still good. So don't use the price of a stock, Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all that stuff. Don't use the price make you avoid investing in a good company, because I don't know anybody who decided, oh, I'm only going to put my money into penny stocks. I'm going to wait for one of them to blow up, that has made money. I don't. I know tons of people who have that mentality, that do that. None of them have made money off it. None of them are profitable from doing that. They'll just do it and they'll lose money on all the stuff they invest in, because they're all low tier companies. And they're just like, yeah, I never really got into it because of this reason. So say all that to say, build a foundation. Ian Dunlap came up with, I think, an amazing way to start investing. It's called 2 Tech 2 Index. So basically, he suggests you buy 2 technology stocks, right? Because in the day and age we live in, technology is king. That is where you're getting your best returns at. So go get you an Nvidia, go get you a Microsoft, a Google, a Tesla, Amazon, what have you. All of those are technology stocks. Go get 2 of those, and then 2 indexes. And I guess, just for simple explanation, an index will be, a stock is one, an index. So yeah, let's say stock is 1 finger and index is a whole hand, right? Because a hand contains 5 fingers, while 1 finger is just 1 finger. So an index is something you can buy like a stock, but it'll contain multiple companies. I mean, it can contain, 10 companies, 25 companies. The S&P 500 has 500 companies. So if you, and that helps, because if some of those single stocks within that index draw down, they'll actually replace that and put in a stock that's performing better as the new addition to that index. And, if 1 finger fails, but you still have 4, you can still grab stuff. If you only have 1 finger and that 1 finger fails, you're done for. Right. You just nub city. Anyways, 2 Tech 2 Index. It's a great strategy. I followed it myself. That's how I built my foundation. When I did terrible in the stock market initially, I took all my money out, met a guy. I was like, okay, I got back into the stock market. And what I did was, honestly, at that time, I did 1 tech and 1 index. I put half of my savings into Apple, and I put the other half of my savings into the S&P 500. And I held those for the last, I don't know, 4 years. And I'm up, I don't know, a decent amount. I'm up more than 100%, right? So my money has doubled, over 4 years, just by holding 2 companies. Apple, everybody's heard of Apple. It's no surprise. I didn't have to do any crazy research or anything to figure that out. And then the S&P 500, after you know what it is, it's the top 500 companies in the world. So it's just considered a safe bet. And they average, 8 to 12% annually, which has been a lot higher recently. Thank you, Lord. But yeah, do that, build a foundation. Two Tech, Two Next is a great way to start. Look up Ian Dunlap on YouTube if you want to hear more about stock stuff. Okay, number 4, never buy the all-time high. If you haven't heard of this thing, it's called FOMO, fear of missing out. Basically, what happens with stocks and crypto and all kinds of stuff, people will see that a stock is increasing, and then they'll see people posting online, hey, I made all this money from this and this and this. You got to get in this. But the thing that happens is, if you're seeing all these posts online, hearing it on the news, it's because it most likely just hit its all-time high. So it's higher than it's ever been in life. And you're like, man, I would have made a lot of money if I would have invested in that a year ago. Let me put all my money into that right now. The problem with that is, after you study the stock market for a few years, you'll notice many times when stuff hits its all-time high, there's normally a drop off because the people who wrote it up, when it gets to that peak, they're like, oh, this is a good time to take some profit out. So then it'll normally dip, 5, 10, 15%. And then, most of the time if it's a good company, it'll go back up. But what happens is people will hear about how well a stock is doing. They'll buy it while it's at its peak. Then it'll drop that 5, 10, 15%. And, if they put, I don't know, $100,000, I mean, that's a lot. It doesn't matter. If they put $100,000 into it, now they're down to 70, no, what is it? It's not 70, 80, $85,000. That hurts. To me, that just says, I just lost $15,000. And if you're brand new to the stock market, you don't know how things work, how trends go over time, that's going to hurt you, and it's going to make you snatch your money out of the market, so you're not even going to catch it when it fixes itself and goes back up. So just to avoid all of that emotional trauma and stress, just don't buy the all-time highs. It's nice to see stuff when they hit their all-time highs to figure out how they got there, but I've learned after years of doing it the wrong way, FOMO all the time. And I saw how many times I lost money from doing that. Now I'll see it hit that, but I'll wait. I'll wait until something go ahead and does that 15, 20% drawdown, but I know it's still a great company. And then I throw my money at it. Because then when it corrects itself in the next few months, now I'm up. I just put my money into it, and now I just turned my $85,000 into $100,000. And the exception to the rule is dollar cost average. If you don't know what dollar cost averaging is, that's basically putting in, weekly, monthly money into the stock market, whatever stock you want. And the idea with this is, if you look just over the history of the stock market in general, it's gone up. There's a whole bunch of times it's gone down, but it's gone up, a crazy amount more than it's gone down. So hypothetically, if I were to put money into it every single week, doesn't matter if it's going up, doesn't matter if it's going down, my money will grow because the stock market goes up more than it goes down. So dollar cost averaging is an exception to the rule. If you choose that you're just gonna, just, hey, I'm gonna set up an allotment to pay towards this stock every single week, every single month, you're good. Don't worry about all-time high. Don't worry about all-time low. You don't got to worry about FOMO because your junk is automated and it's going to invest every week, every month, faithfully. Okay, number 5, don't keep losers, don't drop winners. This one is super important because, one, this is how I lost 27, I think it's 30. I don't know. I lost a lot of money in the stock market, like actually lost it. Like, it drew down and I took the money out. I just donated a good car to the stock market. Everyone does it. We sell off small wins and hold on to big losses. So, I am a financial coach. I talk to people pretty often about what they're doing with their money and how to kind of work that better. So something I've heard pretty often is some people who have maybe started to invest in the stock market, they'll tell me, yeah, I put in 20, $30 here, it went up $5, so I took it out. And then I got these, I'm like, oh, what are these other ones? And they're like, oh, well, I put, 30, 40, 50 over here, but it lost money, so I'm just waiting on it to go back up. And the thing is, all those ones that they're waiting to go back up, one, I don't think I'm ever going to go back up, but they've drawn down way more than the ones that they actually invested in that were good companies. Because after they went up $5, they went and took their money out. So if you invest money and it goes up by $5 and you stop it from growing, but then you have something else that draws down $10 and you leave it there to keep drawing down $12, $15, $20, now it doesn't even matter that you made $5 on the other side, because you're holding on to losers and you're dropping winners. You need to swap that. You need to hold on to your winners. If something's going up, $5 a day, $5 a month, whatever, keep that. Invest more money into it. Let that winner keep winning. Let it win more strongly. And the losers, if you know that you did not invest in one of the top 10 companies on the market, one of the top 20 companies on the market, you just put your money into something, you're hoping that it just miraculously does well, even though its 5-year, 10-year history shows it declining every single year, get rid of it. Get rid of it sooner than later. I didn't do that. I guess I'm ambitious, so I put like just about all my savings into the stock market like as soon as I started, because you gotta spend money to make money, I guess. But I kept a loser and it dropped down, and I was like, oh, now I just lost $5,000. I don't want to accept that I lost $5,000, so I left my money in there hoping that it would turn around and go back up. But then the next month, I'm down $10,000, and it's like, well, if I didn't enjoy the idea of losing 5,000, I definitely don't enjoy the idea of losing 10,000. And basically that trend just kept happening over and over again, months after months, until I was down $27,000, and it's like, okay, I really, really don't like the feeling of losing 27,000, but now that I've had the experience to see that I didn't like it when I lost 5,000, I can see this ending up being losing 35, 40, maybe my entire, $50,000 just in this stock. So I went ahead and cut my losses and just, took that on the chin. And then later on, I learned what I was supposed to do. But with this, I also have this book called The Psychology of Money. Amazing book, just a fun read. I like audiobooks because I like listening while I'm driving or doing stuff or cleaning or working out. That's how I intake most of my information. But he basically talks about how he made, how he got to his million, and how people on Wall Street, people that do stocks for a living, nobody can predict the market. It's like just dollar cost average into the S&P 500 as much as you can every single month, and you'll just wake up a millionaire. You don't got to learn nothing. You don't got to do anything. He broke it down so simply and gave so many examples as to why that makes more sense, but why we as humans struggle with it. Thus, the psychology of money. But yeah, check it out. Great book. I'm always down to talk about it. Okay, I got a little more long-winded than I meant to, but if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Yep, this is first episode of Mammoth Money Mondays. And if you have any questions, throw them in the comments. I'm always open to talk. If you have suggestions on other things you'd like me to talk about, you may want to come on here and discuss, I'm taking those as well. My website is mammothmoneymindset.com if you ever want to reach out to me personally. And that's it. Again, my name is Darius Lester, and this is Mammoth Money Mindset. Thanks for watching.